Welcome back to It's Just a Question on the BRBN Network. I'm Que.
And I'm Janae Justice.
Janae, today we're talking about CFIUS. People hear the word a lot, but most don't know what it actually is. So let's start simple. What is CFIUS?
CFIUS stands for the Committee on Foreign Investment in the United States. It is a federal review committee. It is not a secret agency. It is not the military. And it is not a court.
So if it's not law enforcement and it's not intelligence, what does it actually do?
It reviews certain foreign investments in the United States. Its job is to answer one question. Does this transaction create a national security risk?
So not whether people like it, not whether it sounds scary, just whether it creates risk.
Exactly.
Anytime a group has that much power, people want to know where it came from. Who gave CFIUS the authority to do this?
Congress did. CFIUS exists because Congress created it through federal law. And Congress expanded its authority over time.
Especially in 2018, right?
Yes. In 2018, Congress passed legislation that expanded CFIUS authority to cover modern risks. That includes land near military bases, data access, cyber systems, and space-related assets. Basically, national security stopped being just about weapons. It became about systems.
So who's actually at the table making these decisions?
CFIUS is chaired by the U.S. Department of the Treasury, but it includes multiple agencies: Defense, Homeland Security, Justice, Commerce, State, Energy, and intelligence risk assessments come from the Director of National Intelligence.
And if something really needs to be stopped?
The President has final authority. Congress provides oversight. Courts rarely intervene.
Now here's where people usually get lost. What does CFIUS actually look at when reviewing a deal?
CFIUS focuses on 4 core areas. I'll start with the first. Control. Does a foreign entity gain control or influence over a U.S. business? Second is proximity. Is the asset near a sensitive military, intelligence, or space facility? Third is data and communications. Does the transaction provide access to sensitive personal data or critical networks? And fourth is capability. Could the asset be expanded or repurposed later in a way that creates risk?
So it's not just, what is it now? It's, what could it become?
Exactly.
Let's ground this in a real example. Grand Forks, North Dakota. Why did the case matter?
A Chinese-linked company attempted to buy land near Grand Forks Air Force Base. That base supports intelligence and space missions.
And the deal involved new land, physical control, and proximity.
Correct. That combination triggered national security concerns. The project was stopped. That's CFIUS doing what it was designed to do.
Now let's talk about the comparison people always bring up. Smithfield Foods, Chinese parent company, large plant near Fort Bragg. Why is that treated differently?
Because the risk factors are different. That plant existed before foreign ownership, is a civilian food processing facility, does not control land around the base, does not access military data or communications.
So it's considered an economic and food supply issue.
Exactly. We need to take a quick break to talk about today's sponsor. This episode is sponsored by Ryalit Tea. Ryalit Tea is a superfood tea that supports mental clarity, critical thinking, and an overwhelming sense of euphoria. All for $7.77 a can. Each can is brewed in the fictional mountains of Al in the province of It and crafted since 1988. It tea. So good, it brings you to your senses. In new flavors, Never Happened Punch, and What the Sip Lemonade.
And we are back.
Yes, I love it when we have tasty sponsors.
So Janae, I have been meaning to ask the question. What types of assets almost always trigger CFIUS review?
Land near military or intelligence bases, data centers and communications infrastructure, energy grids and pipelines, advanced technology like AI and aerospace, and new construction near sensitive locations, especially projects that are new and expandable. Those raise the most concern. And these are the assets that usually doesn't trigger CFIUS actions legacy food facilities. Dispersed farmland far from bases. Minority investments without control. Different level of risk, different response.
Let's recap all of this and bring it home. CFIUS exists to manage national security risk. It was created by Congress. It is led by Treasury. It is overseen by the President and Congress. And it focuses on control, proximity, data, and infrastructure.
That's right, Q. All right, guys, we are about to get out of here. But before we leave here, let's do some light housekeeping. For this episode, our sources include the U.S. Department of the Treasury, CFIUS Authority under FIRRMA, Congressional Hearings and Records, reporting from Reuters, The Wall Street Journal, and the New York Times, and public statements from the Department of Defense. Be sure to go out and do your own research.
If there's one thing we hope you take away, slow down, ask questions, learn how systems actually work, and never be afraid to just ask a question.
This has been the It's Just a Question podcast. Stay tuned for Brittany's Power Hour, coming up next.
Bye-bye.